we were invited out to Williamtown Air Force Base. We lined up with this Mirage jet and the, I don't know what they are, generals, admirals, the guy that's running the whole show had shut the base down. He came up and he said, "Let me explain the rules, Paul." He said, "We're going to lift the flag, and 6 seconds after we lift the flag, we drop it, and that's when you go. How does that sound?" I said, "Well, that sounds good to me." What I didn't know is when he lifted the flag, the guy in the jet hit the afterburners. And if he hadn't have dropped the flag, that was gone anyway. He couldn't have stopped it. So I managed to hold it for 1,000 feet, and then it went past me at double my speed. And his big problem was keeping it on the ground for the quarter mile, because they only put 6 minutes of fuel in it to keep the weight down. And the pilot they had flying it was called Mouse. And he was this big. They had the lightest pilot and no fuel. And he took off, flipped it over, and just dropped it back on the deck. It was fantastic.
Sounds like they were pretty serious, Paul.
They were very, yeah, they shut the whole base down. There were about 2,000 people there. And the reason they did it, they said, "We want to make the Air Force look a bit more appealing to young people to come and join it, that we have fun in the Air Force." And it worked. Their numbers went right up.
So that was featured in, I think, Modern Motor magazine in late 1979, and I think if you get onto YouTube, you might actually find a clip which is...
Yeah, it's still there.
In an environment where supersonic machinery is pretty commonplace, the super sleek lines of the Lamborghini Countach caused quite a stir. And even though it can't quite break the sound barrier like the other machinery around, it wasn't short of envious admirers. While the $110,000 ground-bound projectile may have been a little on the cheap side compared to a $3 million Mirage, it was obviously capable of going very fast, and hearing its 365 horsepower V12 engine growl, no one was quite sure which machine would be faster over a 400-metre standing start. The Lamborghini was driven by its owner Paul Halstead, while the RAAF, looking for an advantage, nominated one of its lightest pilots, Squadron Leader Reg Meissner, to steer the Mirage. Then it was time. Gentlemen, start your engines. V12, 6 carburetors, 5 speeds, versus 1 jet with afterburner. Get ready. Get set. And go. Off the line, things looked really good for the Lamborghini, but then halfway down the 400-metre course, the Mirage got its afterburner firing, and suddenly it was over, with the jet rocketing away to win by over a second, vanquish the V12 and uphold RAAF honour.